Imagine a boy from the island of Corsica, born into a family of minor nobility, rising to become the Emperor of France. That's the story of Napoleon Bonaparte. His tale begins on the rugged island of Corsica, where he was born in 1769, just 1 year after the island became French territory. Young Napoleon was sent to France for his education, where he was admitted into prestigious military schools. His keen intellect, tenacity, and ambition set him apart from his peers. As the French Revolution broke out, Napoleon seized the moment. His strategic genius shone through the chaos, catapulting him up the military ranks. Within just a few years, he had risen from an obscure officer to a leading general. In the tumultuous world of revolutionary France, his star was rising and fast. And thus, a star was born in the chaotic skies of the revolution. Discover more such intriguing tales from history on Cryptic Mystic Vault. Napoleon's genius wasn't just in his leadership, it was in his strategies. He was a military innovator who changed the face of warfare. As he cut his teeth in the early campaigns in Italy and Egypt, his tactical prowess became evident. His approach was revolutionary. He introduced the corps system, a method that divided the army into independent units, each capable of performing all military functions. This allowed for rapid maneuvering, a tactic that often caught his enemies off guard. Moreover, Napoleon's integration of artillery into his strategies was a game-changer. He used cannons not just as support, but as a central component of his offensive tactics. His victories in battles such as Austerlitz, Jena, Wagram, and Borodino were not just triumphs of force, but triumphs of strategy. He outthought his enemies, employing tactics they had not seen before. His victories were not just triumphs of force, but triumphs of strategy. But even the greatest of empires can crumble. For Napoleon, the turning point was Russia. In 1812, Napoleon embarked on a catastrophic invasion of Russia, a venture that would mark the beginning of his downfall. Strategic errors proved costly. His grand army, once invincible, was decimated by the harsh Russian winter and scorched earth tactics. The retreat was brutal, a clear sign that the emperor's star was waning. Napoleon's first exile followed swiftly. Banished to the island of Elba, his reign seemed over. But the indomitable spirit of the Corsican Upstart was not easily quelled. In 1815, he staged a dramatic return to power, a period known as the 100 Days. Yet this resurgence was short-lived. The decisive Battle of Waterloo loomed. This clash, a dance of strategic brilliance and desperate gambles, ended in defeat for Napoleon. Waterloo, a word that would become synonymous with defeat, marked the end of Napoleon's rule. Exiled and defeated, Napoleon's reign ended. But his legacy? That's a different story. Napoleon's final defeat ushered him into a life of exile on the remote island of St. Helena. There, he lived out his last days, far from the grandeur and glory of his past. His death in 1821, under circumstances that continue to fuel debates among historians, marked the end of an era. But let's rewind a bit. Napoleon's impact was not confined to his lifetime. He fundamentally changed the face of European warfare with his innovative military strategies and organization. He introduced the corps system, a method that allowed armies to move swiftly and strike decisively. He integrated artillery into his infantry, creating a formidable force that left his adversaries scrambling. In the political sphere, Napoleon's campaigns significantly reshaped Europe. His continental system, although flawed, aimed to establish French dominance by crippling Britain's economy. His Napoleonic Code, a civil law system, provided the blueprint for many modern legal systems and continues to influence legal practices worldwide. Historical perspectives on Napoleon are as varied as the man himself. Some view him as a military genius, a brilliant strategist who revolutionized warfare. Others see him as an overreaching conqueror, a man whose ambition led to the loss of millions of lives and the destabilization of Europe. Yet regardless of these contrasting views, one thing is clear. Napoleon left an indelible mark on history. His military strategies are studied in academies around the world. His political reforms, despite their controversial nature, had lasting effects on European society. In the end, Napoleon's legacy is a complex tapestry of military genius, political reform, and ruthless ambition. His life, full of triumphs and failures, continues to fascinate us. It serves as a stark reminder of the power of ambition, the consequences of overreach, and the enduring impact of a single individual on the course of history. So, was Napoleon a brilliant commander or a ruthless conqueror? Perhaps he was both. His legacy, like the man himself, is complex and controversial. Yet there's no denying, he left an indelible mark on history.